Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to TPCHL Game Time from the Bell Center in Montreal. It is the Montreal Canadiens and the St. Louis Blues. You may be wondering where the Blues came from. They have relocated for the rest of this season. Formerly the Philadelphia Flyers, owned by Commando Slippy, they are now controlled by the Turbo Taco 31, and they are in San Jose. This is his inaugural game in the TPCHL. I'm joined in the booth by none other than Meter. Meter, how are you, sir?
I am doing outstanding, Langell. Thank you so much for asking, and I'm really excited for this game here today.
I am too. I'm interested to see, first off, what the skill level is of the Blues, but I'm also hoping that we see a rebound from Colby from his last game, and things can only go up from here for the Montreal Canadiens.
I agree as well, and especially Price. And we saw him make a couple of stops right there. Let's hope that continues tonight.
Indeed. Shot from the slot by Doan. Frozen by Price, who immediately throws it back out again. Picked off by the Blues, who now try to cycle it low. Interesting here. I'm watching this game, and again, it's the first time we've seen Taco, so it's going to be interesting to see how this all plays together. Montreal nailed there just outside the circle. Picked up by the Blues coming through the neutral zone. Colby chasing. Fires. Stopped by Pro. Whoa! Bats it out with his glove, and this game remains scoreless. Here come the Canadiens into the offensive zone, trying to get set up. Fires a shot, and it goes up over the shoulder and almost over the glass, but it's still in position. That is a tripping call coming up against the Canadiens. St. Louis now is an empty net. Pietrangelo now goes to shoot and gets bumped off the puck, but St. Louis still in possession. Trying to get an extra player into the zone, get something lined up with the extra man. Dunn now to Tarasenko. Tarasenko back to Dunn, who almost goes offside. Still in possession by the Blues. This has to be frustrating for the Canadiens. And finally, they touch the puck, and we have a stoppage in play.
Something interesting to note there. You had the delayed call. You know the Canadiens, all they got to do is touch the puck. And yet you had a guy going for a breakaway, trying to take off and look for a pass. That ain't going to work, Canadiens. You got to stay in the zone. You got to touch the puck if you got a delayed penalty.
Indeed. Indeed. Face off now.
Shout out to Shane's Gaming for the host.
Thank you, Shane. St. Louis in possession. Shen now to Peronin. Peronin to Shen. Shoots on goal, and it's stopped by Price, who's looking way sharper than his previous matchup. Cleared out by the Canadiens successfully. Picked up by the Blues. Picked off by the Canadiens, but quickly lose it. St. Louis coming into the offensive zone. Passes back to Dunn. Dunn loses it. Picked up by Wheel. Wheel, we have a one-on-one here. Shot from far out. Registers as a shot on goal. Wheel now. Picked up by St. Louis in the corner. Perrin to Shen. Shen loses the puck. Montreal tries to clear it, but it's picked off right there in the neutral zone. Dunn now coming back in. Goes for a hit, didn't get all of it. St. Louis coming in now. Canadiens kill the penalty, and that's going to be an icing call. Just a little sloppiness from the Canadiens, and a couple examples here tonight. But again, way better than they were playing last game. I think they're finally turning that corner.
I could not agree more.
Face off now in the defensive zone, won by the Canadiens, who fired off their own post by accident. Picked off. Gallagher has it. Gallagher to Wheel. Wheel comes into the offensive zone on that far side. Goes to center it. Bouwmeester takes the puck away. Bozak now to Thomas. Thomas passes to Maroon, but he misses the puck. Brown coming down now, circling in behind their own net. Goes to pass it out. Somehow keeps possession of it. Wheel coming in now on that right side. 3 players on him. Loses the puck. Montreal trying to keep possession and get someone open. Gallagher was tied up. Therefore, the shot went, or the pass went nowhere. Thomas now passing to Maroon. Maroon coming in, but gets poke check from behind and loses it. Then Weber now has it for the Canadiens. Here come the Habs yet again. Misses the hit. Goes in, shoots, shot on goal, and stopped by Binnington. Ferrero now to Bozak. Bozak moves around the player, moves around another one, but Wheel in position, grabs that puck, and that is going to be an icing call against the Canadiens. No, it's not. They beat the icing call. Absolutely incredible. Montreal now offside. Need to get everyone back online again before they're onside again, and they do. No, apparently they did not. They did not. And unfortunately now an offside call against the Canadiens.
It did look like he was back on side. I didn't see the ref's arm up, but once they actually touched the puck, the ref dropped the arm anyway.
Well, I'm glad he was paying more attention because me, you, and 17,000 other people clearly missed that. Shot on goal, passed away by the Blues. Sanford now coming in on that left side, shoots. Poked away by Price. Tatar now, who was in a fight the last game, lost that fight substantially. Steen now to Sanford. It's good to see him back on the ice and still playing. Steen now with a floater that doesn't make its way through, hits some traffic. Nice passing by the Canadiens tonight, something we didn't see in the last game. So they definitely practiced and took it seriously. And I'm sure Colby, read the riot act to them after that performance. Dandino to Riley. Riley with a shot on goal, grabbed by Bennington, who passes it out. Edmonston now to Perron. Perron to Sanford. Sanford coming in now. Wait, gets past the entire defense, fires on goal, and it's stopped by Price. Frozen by Price with 57.9 seconds left in the first period.
A little scuffle there at the bottom of the net, but so a good offense there by the Blues. They carried it in. Montreal missing some hits. I hope I don't see a lot of what we saw last time, a lot of missed hits by Montreal.
I've been looking at the stats provided by the TPC stats engine, and Montreal is the lowest number of hits delivered in the league. They're going to have to bump that number up if they want to stay competitive in that factor. Shout out to Slangel in chat saying, hello all. Thanks for tuning in, Susan. Face-off won by the Canadiens. Goes for the rifle, the shot, and fans on the puck. Montreal still with possession. Passes it off. It's picked off by O'Reilly, who dumps it into the far corner. And that will wrap up the first period. Meter, nothing after the first. Your thoughts on not only Taco's debut, but the rebound of the Canadiens?
I really like Taco's play. I think he's going to be a very strong player in this league. He's going to be competitive. I definitely love what I'm seeing from the Canadiens here tonight. They have been making a lot of their hits. They've been passing the puck around. They've looked more comfortable with the puck. They don't look like they're scrambling. And I think the numbers really tell the tale here.
Do they ever? Montreal with 3 hits. They have 10 in total going into this game in their first 3 games. So they've definitely bumped up their hitting. Time on attack is relatively even for what we're looking at here. And we are back. I'm not sure if that was a quick finish of the intermission or not. It looks like it was. It was stopped 13 seconds early. We'll have to talk to both competitors about that. Face off now for the second period. Won by the Blues. Peter Angelo to Steen. Steen dumps it in deep. Picked up by the Canadiens. Circling behind the net. That's Weber, who has possession at the moment. Passes it off to Deneau. Deneau tries to squeak away, but gets rammed into the boards. Here comes I keep saying San Jose. Here comes St. Louis back with possession. Montreal skating backwards. And the shot on goal just goes wide. St. Louis is great at moving that puck around. But Montreal tonight is like a puck hog. They are picking off passes. Huge shot, but it goes off the blocker and into the corner. Steen now picks it up for the Blues, who goes to make a pass, goes straight down to Price, which eliminates the icing call. St. Louis picks up the puck. Montreal now to Tower in on a semi-breakaway, shoots. Stopped by Bennington, and it is frozen.
Again, more good offense from Montreal. St. Louis looks much more comfortable passing in the zone, but I think Montreal is doing a little bit better at getting shots off in the zone. Now, at the end of the first, they were 1-1 on 7-7 on shots. We'll see how that compares going into the second.
But way more competitive, and if anything, I'm super happy to see that tonight.
Absolutely,
Offside.
Without a doubt.
Offside by the Blues. We have a stoppage and play. Face-off now going into the neutral zone. And when I say this, I don't mean to be down on the Canadians or Colby. I'm just saying it from a positive fact that we're seeing a huge improvement.
Absolutely.
Shen now with possession, fires it in on Price. Price loses the puck. Montreal right there to clear it, though. Picked up by St. Louis again. Fans on the shot. Rister goes in, goes off the shoulder. Bouwmeester back, picks up the puck. Tarasenko now coming in with the puck, trying to get something set up. Beautiful pass that gets interrupted, but potentially picked up by another player, but that gets picked off as well. Huge shot from the point. Montreal again clears it out. Montreal now with a wrister. Stopped by Bennington. Scores!
Great heads-up play. The second he passed that one out, passed it right back to him. Right back to the offense there, and Montreal took advantage and shot it right over St. Louis's goalie.
I've been saying it since week 1, game 1 meter. You can't be passing that puck out. And Taco in his debut just proved why. Look at this, passes it out, Bennington completely out of position, and boom, into the back of the net.
Very dangerous to pass it out. You need to be a little more careful with that. Regardless of who you are or who your opponent is, you got to be careful when passing that puck out, especially if you have absolutely nobody near you and you're out of the crease.
Exactly. That's a recipe for disaster. The Canadians now up 1-0 at home. Bennington with a save, and this time freezes the puck. Maybe he's a little gun shy at this point, and I think that's kind of how you have to play. We just talked about the reasons why earlier.
Might have learned his lesson on that one. We'll find out as this game progresses.
Face-off won by the Blues. Schwartz now coming across, gets bumped off the puck. Montreal now moving the other way, trying to get something set up here. They're coming in with one. They need to pass that puck around, and they do. Almost put the puck in the net again. Taco again passes that puck out. Schwartz now lines up, shoots. Stopped by Price, and we have a stoppage in play.
Another dangerous pass out there. It could have spelled disaster, but as you said, Montreal needs to pass the puck around. I see him not passing it. He's carrying it into the zone. That's okay, but if you have a guy there, you might as well pass it. But it was a really great pass to get it down into the corner there and to get a good shot on the goalie.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. But, I mean, the problem is if you're the one guy carrying the puck, it means that St. Louis is always going to know where to target that one guy. You pass that puck around, it creates confusion. Hold on. Shoots, one-timer, scores. And Maroon ties the game for the Blues at the 10-minute mark of the second period.
A pair of missed hits, one huge one. That it was already a 2-on-1. You can't step up in that situation. You have to take the pass away. Your goalie can take a 1-on-1. Goalies are 90% accurate. They can take a 1-on-1, give them those odds, but they can't take a 2-on-1. They can't take a cross crease, especially when you have a guy who knows how to put it in the net. And that's what we saw here. Price didn't have a chance.
Not at all. Not at all. We now have a tie game at the midway point of the game. We have a whole half a game left coming up. I can't wait to see what happens here.
Woo!
Face-off. What? That's awesome. Face-off won by the Canadians. Looking to get back and take that lead again. Again, Montreal gets hit against those boards, and there's nowhere to go. They need to pass that puck around. There we go. Byron now passes it out to Matei. Matei with a shot on goal, stopped by the glove of Bennington. We have a stoppage in play.
I love it. Something that you've been mentioning nonstop here, something I was going to mention earlier. You need to use the point. You need to use behind the net. You need to pass it around and get everybody involved. Quick passes in the offensive zone, really hard to defend against, and it's going to create people out of position.
Instantly. And it also really confuses the defense and gives you an opportunity. Shot now down, but it's not icing. Icing waved off in that call. Bozak with possession by the Blues. Weber standing in the right place, right time, grabs that puck, starts moving the other way. Passes off to Tatar. Tatar with a huge wrister. If there was someone in that range, that would have been a huge rebound to pick up. Ben goes for the hit and misses it. And now St. Louis gets a shot on goal. Price can't seem to get a hand on it. Again, St. Louis trying to get set up, going back out to the slot, fires and hits a Canadian in the face. Montreal with a quick pass out, but that is an icing call.
Montreal
5:50 left in the second.
Montreal's defense right now almost looks like a penalty kill, which is weird in a 5-on-5 situation.
It definitely is. Definitely is. Face-off won by the Blues. Blues fire, just goes wide. Off the post, Price freezing the puck.
Good on Price for not losing track of that. That one was bouncing all around. It even ended up on his pad with his leg down, and he saw it, picked it up, held on to it.
Price is playing a million times better than the other night, so I hope that sticks with him. Canadians now in the neutral zone. Goes to get a shot on goal, but Bouwmeester blocks that. Kulak now skating backwards, trying to protect. Oh, leaves him wide open. Price freezes the puck. We have another stoppage in play. And I don't mind these stoppage in plays. If it's going to be able to prevent goals from going in, stop the puck all you want, boys.
Yeah, that's definitely a good decision. Better than passing it out into danger.
Indeed. Face-off won by the Canadians. Fires it, hits their goalie. Now St. Louis goes wide with it. It's funny, Montreal has more shots on their own goalie in this situation. We have a huge penalty.
You can't do that.
You can't do that. Hit in the corner right in front of Yuppie. And now we have a penalty. 2 minutes. Let's look at this again. If he wouldn't have turned back into it, that would have been 5 minutes for a game misconduct. Face-off now in the defensive zone. The Canadians on the penalty kill. Dunn winds up, shoots, goes off a player. Montreal picks up the puck and clears it down. Beautiful clear by the Canadians. Forces the Blues all the way back. Perron now to Schenn. Schenn, again, going for that hit. Defenseman completely out of position right now. Fires it on goal. Another shot on goal by the Blues. Cleared out by the Canadians. Bennington now behind the net. Fires it to the open corner. Perron now. Perron to Schenn. Schenn to O'Reilly, who has the goal to tie the game. Now the puck scurries all the way back down into the St. Louis zone. Bumped in behind the net. Schwartz now going to bring it out again. And it is stopped. Montreal now, that's going to be offside, and it is.
Good on Montreal to limit the number of shots on. There were some really good shots on. Price stood up tall, but to clear that puck when they got the opportunity and to kill that penalty without any damage.
Definitely. Montreal's 2-0 now on the penalty kill tonight, which is absolutely fantastic for them. Skating in, it's fantastic for anybody. Skates in behind the net, losing possession of it. Now, goes for the hit, misses it, but still comes up with the puck. Now Montreal coming in on a 4-on-2, fires it. It goes off Bennington and into the corner harmlessly. Dunn has possession to Schwartz. Schwartz bombs it in, and that wraps up the second period. We are still tied at 1.
A very, very good match, a strong match. There were some good opportunities for both teams there. No one able to capitalize at this point, but they're going to the locker room to rest up and come out into the third, and we will have a winner at the end of this game.
That's the thing about TPCHL. We have continuous overtime until someone scores. So if the third period is over, we're not going to a shootout. We're going continuous overtime.
Really interested to see these stats here. I imagine they're still going to be pretty even. 21-16 in favor of St. Louis on the shots. They did pick it up there. They each had 7, so both of them got some good shots on after this period. I imagine that power play had a big deal to do with that. Passing in favor of Taco as well, the Blues. But otherwise, everything stayed pretty close to the same. That penalty kill was a big deal, and good on Colby for making that work for him.
Oh, definitely. Colby is playing fantastic tonight, playing smart hockey, freezing the puck and getting the puck out of the zone when he's facing a penalty kill. Fantastic moves tonight from the Canadians. Face-off to start the third period. St. Louis with the win. Sanford coming in down that, shoots and one-timer and stopped by Price. Peter Angelo now to Dunn. Dunn fires it in. Price dives to cover it. We've got to stop it to play. Just under a minute into this third period.
Good cover by Price to recognize the puck was loose. He didn't have a defender there to pick it up, and he was in danger. Came out of his crease and covered that puck.
Now Montreal winning the face-off, passing it forward to Tatar. Tatar coming in, And again, bumped off that puck. That would have been a great time to pass that puck, even if it was to dump it into the corner and let another player go in and get it. Gallagher goes for the hit, misses it. St. Louis kicks it in. I don't think that's going to count, but we'll go upstairs just to make sure. But
that's not really a kick. That's forward momentum off the chest. That one might go in.
That may count. They're going to go upstairs.
See. Does he touch the goalie is the question. He does not. I think that's going to count, Langell.
That's going to count. I believe that's going to count. Wait a second. Here we go. And the officers of Toronto say it's a goal. And the Blues take a 2-1 lead here, just under 2 minutes in to the third period. What a devastating blow to the Canadiens to have a goal go in like that, but still tons of time left. They can turn this around. Blues win the faceoff. Picked off by Weber. Gallagher now shoots it in. Shen now with possession. Tarasenko in and around. Fires it. Scramble in front of the net. St. Louis trying to get another shot on goal. Goes off Price's shoulder. Shot right in front of the slot. Montreal sits down and, freezes that puck.
Extremely well done. More good offense I'm seeing from this this fresh team. New owner in the league. I'm liking what I'm seeing. A lot of good play.
Definitely. We are proud to have Taco in the league and look forward to not only this season but future seasons with a new owner here in the TPCHL. Domi now passing it around. Riley picks it off. Slap shot stopped by Billington. Picked up by Lykinen. Shoots. A beautiful play here by the Canadiens. Putting a lot of pressure. That should be an icing call, and it is. Huge pressure by the Canadiens.
I'd like to see a little more pinching from the Canadiens' defense. In that specific situation, he was in the corner. There's nowhere he could go. If you hit him before he gets rid of the puck, puck stays in the offensive zone.
I agree 100%. Face-off. Now St. Louis with possession. Perron now in the neutral zone. Goes for a shot. Dodges the hit. Shot on goal. Montreal. Carey Price coming up huge. Diving into that. We have a fight here. Petrie and Schwartz right in front of Price.
Trading blows.
This is going back and forth. This is very as close as it gets. What a slobber knocker. And down goes Petrie. Schwartz comes up with the victory in this fight. Petrie's having a hard time getting back to his feet.
2-1. It's high octane. You know, I'll give Petrie the credit there because Schwartz was actually harassing that goalie just a little bit, standing a little too close. There was a little bit of jaw-jacking going on, and the end of the fight ended in Schwartz's favor. But good on Petrie to stand up for his goalie.
Indeed, you always have to protect your goalie, protect little brother back there. Ben with possession. Now Montreal trying to get set up, comes into the offensive zone. Rister stopped by Binnington. Ben now gets the huge hit, then loses the puck. St. Louis in possession. No, I'm sorry. Now the Canadiens. That's a tripping call against St. Louis. Montreal going to the power play with 12:04 left in the third.
Really, really big opportunity here. You got half of the period left to go, a little more than half. By the time the penalty's over, it'll be half. And they were in the offensive zone there when they took that tripping call. That's a big deal. You can't be taking tripping calls in general at this point in the game when you have a lead, let alone when you're on offense.
Yeah, you don't want to take penalties 200 feet from your own net, and that's exactly what St. Louis just did. Shot on goal. Puck scrambling now. Babyshev now. Now St. Louis circles around to avoid that hit. They're on to that hit there at the blue line. Fires just goes wide. We have St. Louis attacking on the penalty kill. That's not in the rules.
Well, it distinctly is in the rules, Langell, as not being allowed to do that.
No, that's what I mean. It's not in the rules to be able to do that. I'm sorry, mate. Face-off, won by St. Louis. St. Louis fires a huge glove by Price, who passes it out. Gets picked off in the neutral zone. Here come the Blues again. Passes it back. Now, Montreal with possession, fires it out, gets picked off. Tatar now, last man back, and gets possession. Gallagher gets roughed up there. Here we go. Shot on goal, quick shot, saved by Binnington. Binnington in position. Montreal now. Oh! Hooray. Montreal, Domi now with the puck. Sticks a stick out there and stops that from going any further. Power play is finished.
Oh, that's a major.
That's a major. I was just saying, Montreal, ended their penalty kill, but now they get 5 more minutes on the power play due to this hit by Sundist.
Oh, that's dirty.
That is dirty. That's a game misconduct. He is out of the game.
And well deserved. We'll see you next game.
Exactly. Face off now in the offensive zone with 5 minutes to work here. Steen grabs it and dumps it down. Weber now with possession, trying to find a way out of the zone, gets it past the St. Louis forwards. Montreal gets in there, loses possession of the puck, but still has an opportunity. Wheel for the shot on goal, just goes wide. Armada now tries to center it. Bertuzzo picks it off, passes it forward. And again, St. Louis attacking on the penalty kill. We're going to have to talk to Taco after this. Stopped by the Blues, rubbed off that puck. Bortuzzo now. Duren now, the only man back, blocks the one-timer. Picked off again in the neutral zone. Dumped in by St. Louis. I'm not sure it was dumped in as much as a missed pass, but
tripping.
That's another call against the Blues, who've been doing great so far in this penalty kill. But they, Binnington with the stop, and it's now 5-on-3 for the next 2 minutes.
This is a massive opportunity for Montreal. They need to slow down, take their time. Anytime they're getting in the zone, they're firing shots on. I love a shot on goal. It's a great end to any play, but you have a 5-on-3 big opportunity. You have a chance to pass the puck around. Do so. Practice it. Now's your chance.
Exactly. Hot potato that thing. Shot from the point. Almost goes in with a deflection, but falls harmlessly to the corner. Now St. Louis clears it out. Montreal picks it up and ready to attack again. Petrie.
Pass the puck.
And an offside call against the Canadians. Exactly. Dump that puck down around.
That wasn't even necessary. You had your left wing ahead of you. Don't go offside. Pass the puck to your guy who's ahead of you. Let him take it into the zone. He was wide open.
Agreed. St. Louis now clearing it. Picked up by the Canadians in behind the net. Petrie now passes it to Domi. Domi to Gallagher. Gallagher gets trapped against those boards. You got to get that puck out of there. St. Louis now. Bozak coming in. Fires a shot on goal, stopped by Price. Bozak with possession again. Dumps a backhand again, punted away by Price. Canadians now, 4 seconds left in their 5-on-3. Power play will continue for another 19 seconds. Bozak now has one man to get around, and he does. Shoots, stopped by Price. Montreal passes it out. Shaw avoids the hit. Canadians now into the offensive zone, rifles it, just goes wide. O'Reilly now. Tarasenko to Pietrangelo to Sanford. Sanford coming in. And great defensive play by the Canadians to make sure this score stays 2-1. Tatar now goes for a windup, gets bumped off the puck before he can execute. And that's another tripping call against St. Louis. Montreal going to the power play for 2 minutes or less with only 2 minutes and 29 seconds left in the game.
St. Louis fighting tooth and nail to try and be number 1 in penalty minutes.
Well, they're starting the season a little late, but they have time. They can do it. Face-off now in the offensive zone for the Canadians. 2 minutes on the power play clock. Face-off won by St. Louis, who now dumps it out. Picked up by the Habs. Weber now coming straight up Main Street. Makes the pass, and it bobbles off a stick. Schwartz now coming back. Bortuzzo with a shot, saved by Price. No, passes it out. Price forced to make another save. The last thing you want is your goalie making saves when you're on the power play. fires it in from the point, frozen by Price. Minute 15 left in the game, 46 seconds on the penalty clock.
I like the idea of passing it out when you're on the power play, but it has to come down to situational awareness, and that was not the right time to be passing it out.
Exactly. On the power play, you want to be as fast as possible, but when you have offensive players in front of your net, that is not the time to start passing that puck out. Cleared out by the Blues, picked up by Duran. Duran now goes for a pass, but it's offside. Blues with possession, and unfortunately, just a little too far inside the blue line. We have a stoppage and play and a face-off here in the neutral zone.
Last
Penalty
47
over.
seconds, anybody's game.
It says there's 16 seconds left on the power play, but I counted 5 players on the ice for the Blues. I thought I did. Wait a second, breakaway here by the Blues. The Blues come in, shoot, scores!
That's a 5-hole goal. Price sliding over, but couldn't take the one-on-one.
Could not take the one-on-one, and the St. Louis Blues go up 3-1 with 35 seconds left here in the third period. I would say that is the nail in the coffin. Breakaway shorthanded, goes for the backhand and pass Price.
And that breakaway there was within the rule books, is my understanding. The offense, when you're just driving into the zone, that's one thing. That's frowned upon. That's illegal. But when you have an absolute breakaway.
Oh, yeah. Back country. Just hit that speed limit and go. Petrie now with possession by the Habs. St. Louis kills the penalty. And now kind of bunched up there, takes possession. Schwartz now dumps it in, actually hits Price, goes up over the net. Montreal just trying to get the puck out of their own end. 14 seconds remaining in the game. Montreal goes for a shot, but it goes wide. Perron now to Schwartz. Schwartz in across that blue line, winds up, gets bumped off the puck. Bozak with possession. And ladies and gentlemen, that will wrap it up. Make the final. The St. Louis Blues 3, Montreal Canadiens 1. The Turbo Taco 31 victorious in his TPCHL debut.
Really, really good game. I liked what I saw from the Canadiens. I think they still need a little bit of work on some specific things, but overall, a really good game. The Blues also need some work on some things. They got to get their penalties down. You can't keep taking penalties like that, especially majors that, by my count, I think they had 16 penalty minutes. That's way too many, and some of that was a 5-on-3. That's going to burn you if you keep that up.
Exactly. You can't keep tempting, fate like that. In fact, 26 minutes in penalties for the Blues, 9 for the Canadiens. Let's get a recap of the shots here. 41-23. St. Louis in the down the stretch kind of ran away with it. Hits 11-5. Time on attack is relatively close, 6:04 to 4:22. Passing is a little in the Blues' favor. Face-offs were somewhat even. Well, not really. Sorry. They were half. My mistake. Again, penalty minutes, huge in the favor of the Blues. Power plays, 0 for 4 for Montreal. That's a telling stat right there. 0 for 2 for the Blues. Power play minutes, 9 for the Canadiens, 4 for the Blues. And St. Louis is the first team in TPCHL history to score a shorthanded goal.
Absolutely. Really great game. 41 shots is really impressive, especially on your first time out. And Binnington with a 9.57 save percentage. Those are NHL level save percentages. Well done by both of these goalies. I mean, Price still at 9.27. Extremely well done. A 93% save rate is nothing to shake your head at.
No, not at all. Just before we wrap up here, shout out to Iceman Illis, who was also in the chat. I missed that earlier. Thanks for tuning in, brother. And Shane says GG to everybody. So thank you for the support for tuning in, not only to the owners themselves who are playing this game, but supporting the broadcast. And now Colby is going to the off-screen or off-air screen. So we're just going to wrap up the broadcast, but don't go anywhere. We have 2 more games tonight. We have the Boston Bruins taking on the Washington Capitals in TPCHL action. And then we have TPCFL action as Iceman Illist and the Kansas City Chiefs face off against Crafty Dinners and the Baltimore Ravens. You are not going to want to miss either one of those matchups right here on this channel.
One of them starting in 45 minutes and the other one an hour after that start time. Top of the hour, be back here because we're going to do this all again.
Meter, it was an honor and a pleasure. Thank you so much. Good luck in your hockey game, and I will see you back for the football game.
Likewise, and thank you so much.
No problem. Talk to you soon. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed that matchup. And again, like Meter said, top or join us again for more TPCHL action. For Meter, this is Langell. Have yourselves a great night.